leave be granted. Is there any objection? Appears to be none. It may be tabled. Marama Davidson.
Maloe no malie e kisea. Mr. Speaker, for too long, Aotearoa has been putting up with substandard rental properties for our citizens to live in. Not the least the neglect that the previous national-led government showed towards tenants in this country. And I think we have to be very upfront here that this House alone is actually not representative of people who need to rent to be able to live in a home, and especially not the previous government. So we're going to fix that mess up. And it is a heck of a mess. It is a heck of a mess that has harmed people's lives, has interrupted in people's well-being, not the least of all the children of this nation. We heard the Minister previously speak about the swamp house in Papakura. We know that parents and families send their children to bed with beanies and thermals wrapped up. We know that people are sitting in homes where in the winter, when they breathe, they can see their own breath because of how cold it is. We know that over 56% of rental properties are mouldy or hard to heat. So we're going to fix that mess up. Now, a lot of that could have been fixed in the previous 9 years of a government that had power and resources, but not the political will, and certainly not a connection to people who need to rent a home to live. So we're going to do that. We are doing that. And I'm really proud to be working right alongside Minister Phil Twyford and his initiatives to make sure rental homes are more secure, that we have families who are actually able to put down roots whether they rent or own, and to also make sure our homes are warm and dry. Two particular points that the Green Party has been strong on for nearly 20 years. Not the least going back to the 2004 Parliament where Jeanette Fitzsimons championed home insulation. Also a shout out to my colleague Gareth Hughes, who for long has been talking about energy efficiency, making sure that we have homes that are reasonable to heat without putting people into further hardship. And of course, Me Tere Ture's members' bills and campaigns for renters' rights and secure tenancies. So I am incredibly pleased that we are showing that we will actually do something about one of the most pressing issues for our people. And to the point where we know that the previous government has to sit there uncomfortably and try and find other things to nitpick about. And I get that. All our ministers do need to be up to standard. Gosh, we would need extended urgent house sittings if we were going to talk about all of their ministers falling foul of how we should behave in this House. And so, anyway, we're getting on with the work of fixing up our rental issues in this country, because more and more people are renting. Over half of our country, but actually over a third, but over half Māori, over 2/3 Pacific. Renters are more likely to have children, to be women, to be disabled, to be on lower incomes. And so renting is going to have to be a dignified way of life, not a second-class option. Rental laws that the Minister, with the support of myself and this government, will be pushing through are going to enable us to have a warmth standard. Hello, something that government previously had 9 years to do, something that we passed a law on within a year of coming into government. There was no warmth standard. We are actually, for a long time, it has been recommended that we need to have something between 18 and 20 degrees, as a minimum standard in these cold New Zealand homes. So we're going to do all of that. And what we're really doing here is making sure that homes are homes. That if you are going to use houses as a business, then you better be up to standard in running that well. And actually, most of our landlords have been doing well. But for those who are exploiting tenants, are running a rort and are causing harm to our families, well, we are going to fix that up. And this makes me incredibly proud to be able to stand here and be a part of that work, which is about turning our values to where they need to be. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I call Nukrako.